he kept on batting, so he must have been all right. Otherwise, he would have walked out. Yeah, he's got a finger that's copped a couple of knocks, and I think he just got another one. So he said it actually felt better because the blood started to flow through or something. So make sense of that, what you want.
Yeah, sorry, mate.
Who was the bloke who checked him? The bloke with the beard who checked him? I didn't recognise.
It's a doctor.
That's the doctor.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Right, okay.
So no doubt that those two are going to be having hit as well.
Yeah, they got wind of a net session that we had organised for the guys that hadn't been playing, so they've had a few days off, shadow batting in their room, so they've got itchy feet, and yeah, obviously we would welcome them down here to hit cricket balls as they both love doing.
Seems like with Marnus there's a real focus on something a little bit different to what he did in the first test. Can you elaborate on that?
He can probably leave a couple of balls on 12th stump line, that'd be nice. No, look, Marnus always is working on his game. You've all seen him train before. He's meticulous in the way he goes about his preparation. He's always, fidgeting around with different things and technically. But yeah, it's all pretty normal for Marn.
And Steve, is he tinkering as well? Or?
The same, both those two are very similar characters. They would have been here if they scored runs or not, so certainly wouldn't be reading anything into that other than they just love batting and love trying to get better.
This whole Stuart Broad outswinger plan, and I could have flagged it, how much is real and how much is just Broady sort of talking up a big game?
Well, he got a couple of wickets from it, didn't he? So, and a couple of in-swingers that just straightened a little bit. Scott Boland got a similar ball to what Smudge did. So, I mean, he's a quality bowler and has been for a long time. So, you expect bowlers to think up plans and come with different tactics than what they've had in the past. Yeah, it's no different to any other series at the moment. He's got a couple of wickets in the first test, another test to come.
So how much, in terms of what you worked on today with Steve and Marnus, was to combat what Stuart did in that first?
Not so much today. They'll narrow in the closer they get to the game. I reckon they're both working on their own things and getting themselves ready.
When Marnus has a test like that where he has a couple of low scores, how much what he wants to work on comes from him and how much comes from maybe anything you've seen in the sidelines?
Oh no, that's all Marn. Works quite closely with Neil DaCosta back home. I get the occasional message from Neil as well, just so we keep an eye on different things, but Marn's his best coach. And the same with Smudge, they're their best coaches. They're great problem solvers, and that's why they've been such good players for Australia for a period of time. So, yeah, we're here to help. Obviously, anything that we see as well, we'll mention, but those two very much are their best coaches.
So there seemed to be a situation, like obviously in the test match he was getting too far across and he was playing at balls he didn't have to, but in the nets there he seemed really still, to the point there didn't seem to be any trigger or anything. There was nothing going across, it was going forward.
There was certainly a trigger there, but yeah, it was back being normal. I hadn't seen what happened in the first test. I hadn't seen that, and it certainly didn't happen the week before at the Oval. So whatever it was, hopefully it was just brief, and it can get back to normal come this week.
So that batting in the nets there, that was normal for Marnus?
Pretty much normal, and that's all we've seen in the nets in the build-up as well. So yeah, it's a little bit strange. Sometimes things happen in the game. He nicked 2 balls, which he normally leaves quite regularly. So yeah, hopefully he bounces back this week.
And is that almost from, like, I know he's played a lot of test cricket runs, but even he kind of gets not overwhelmed by the situation, but kind of, the crowd's going, the whole is going. You put it down to that?
Oh, potentially it could. Marm's the only one that can probably answer that. He's got a few other reasons why he thinks that he played at the ball, so which he's fixed up, and yeah, as we saw today, hopefully he's back on track.
What you played a lot of cricket over here and coached over here. What did you make of that pitch at Birmingham for a start of an English summer? Did it surprise you?
It's the flattest pitch that I've ever seen. Day one, in particular. The lack of movement, bounce, pace, very slow. And even in canny wickets don't get that flat or dead. As the game went on, sort of swing increased, and with overheads and stuff like that, sometimes we saw the game liven up a little bit when we had the ball for about 8 overs one evening. But yeah, it was a dead old pitch.
Is that kind of what you were expecting over here, given the way they've set up to play now? Are you expecting flat pitches throughout?
Oh, potentially. Who knows? We can't control that. We'll just adapt and play to whatever's in front of us. We have no control over the pitches Yeah, who knows what this one's going to be here.
You haven't had any insights here from Neil. Has he connection at the MCC?
No, not yet. He did say, yeah, have a look at it now, but don't read too much into it.
What have you seen from Davey in the first couple of tests of this tour, India, and then the first one at Edgbaston? Are you buoyed by what you've seen from him?
Yeah, absolutely. I think we all are. A little bit more back to what the Davey we know, moving into the ball, lots of energy at the crease, looking to attack. Some really good signs there for him to potentially have success around the corner.
What did you see Zach Crawley's comments about expecting he's going to win the next test by 150 runs, and what do you make of them?
No, I can't say I saw them. They seem to have a lot to say at the moment. You know, we can't control what they say or do. We'll look after ourselves and play the way we play.
Do you know much about Ryan Ahmed, the young laggy they've brought into the squad?
I've seen bits of him on the telly through the test series that he played. Obviously Leicester boy. Yeah, bits and pieces. We'll do our homework there properly and be prepared for him if he plays.
Can you just maybe give us some insight on how much Pat Cummins has been working on his batting? Obviously the hero from Edgbaston, but is it something he's really knuckled down on?
Yeah, certainly a big focus of him before we left to come here, and since we've been here, worked very hard. Majority with Andrew McDonald and occasionally over with me. But yeah, so to see him go out in a test match and everything come together like that and perform was outstanding. And you know, he was brilliant in that last innings, and the same with Nathan Lyon as well. That partnership, and not to forget Scott Boland and his role as a night watchman. So we got, compared to our first innings, our lower order bounced back really well in the second.
Were you pleasantly surprised by that shot over long on by Nathan Lyon?
Just a little pickup, wasn't it? I was happy with his bat path because I don't know if you watched the Test Championship final. He had a horrible hack, which I had a crack at him about because he doesn't play like that. So this one came down nice and straight, and he picked it up nicely. It was a beautiful shot.
And when did Jimmy Pearson get in?
Yesterday, I believe. I only saw him this morning on the bus. So yeah, he had a busy day today, running around with Andre Borovic and getting his skills up to speed.